Alright, you masters, this is Some-Belgian-prepper, and today I want to talk about more of a financial question as a prepper for daily life. And that question is it better to go once a month, get a full cart, or go multiple times a month and just use something smaller like a basket or something? Yeah, I'm going to give you the pros and the cons of each one. But before we start, if you're interested in detective stories, there will be a link to my book called Bloody Crosses. The link is in the description. Take a look if you're interested. Alright, so if there is one thing that annoys me in a store, that is when there is a person in front of me with a cart that is fully stacked. I'm talking about a cart, and I'm not joking. These people have one cart that is like one third of my monthly wage in that one cart. And yeah, of course, the biggest thing that annoys me is the amount of time it will take to get it all scanned. That's really pieces in my Cheerios, so to say. So I've been thinking, and I've done some little bit of thoughts about this. What is best? One time a month with a big full card, or multiple times a month with smaller cards, or so one of those baskets that you carry. And in my opinion, gonna be in front of it, it's better to go a few times a month instead of one big full card. And I'm going to give you the reasons for it. The first reasons you would think about is budget, money. Many people would say a big card you can save so much money because you're buying in bulk. You buy things like two for the price, buy two get one free, that kind of stuff, and you only do one trip to the grocery store or the supermarket instead of multiple times, which can save on gas and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I can understand that logic, but in my opinion, it's better to buy multiple times a month. The reason why is because you're in the store and if you walk in the store with a mindset of I'm I'm only coming back in over the next month, you will think I have to buy as much as I can. So you're obviously going to buy more than you should would be. And if you're going to buy in bulk, yeah, of course you can save money because of the bigger packages, the more you will get like prices off, discounts, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's that mindset of what if I'm not, what if I'm not going to come back within a month? But you can also think, oh shit, I've forgotten. How many times did we do this? You even with a full cart, you come back from the store and you think, shit, I forgot that one or the two items. What are you gonna do? You go back to the store and you're gonna buy more because every time you go to the store, you think, oh, I can use that. Oh, I can use that. More impulsive buying. So in that opinion, I will think it's better to use a smaller basket and come multiple times a month for the reason that if you carry a basket, you're being limited by what you can carry instead of a cart that is big, full, and you can stack it up and even at the bottom. But with a basket, you will be physically have a limit of what you can take. So you're going to think better about the choices, and you will not do impulsive buying, and you will not buy big stuff. And for all the people who say, yeah, but I cannot carry a basket because I'm going to buy one of those, what you call them, those big plastic bottles of soda or water. Yeah, I would say that's another bad thing because you know what, we're going to talk about it to the second point because that's the point of the second point that I wanted to make. Uh, Waste because you only buy one if you're going in store only one time a month with a big cart, you will think, oh, I have to buy like I said before in bulk, bigger packages. But what will happen? You will buy a big package of, for example, let's say cornflakes, one of these. But you open it up, and now you have to eat it before it's going stale because it's such a big bag. And yeah, you can either help it by putting it in smaller vacuum sealed bags, but yeah, not many people are going to do that. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of waste, and also you are not going to how do you say this? You will make it into a habit. You're gonna you just keep going to buy more stuff, and you will always throw away more stuff because that's human nature. Because you will think, oh, I will eat 5 times chickens this week or something, but after 4 days you think, oh, chicken again, and that last bit of chicken that you buy in bulk with discount, it's either going to waste, it's either past date because you weren't fancy for chicken that time of the week, or you had eaten so much chicken. There is less variety because you feel compulsed to eat what you bought, to not let it go to waste, but you will get sick of it, and variety is very important in that regard. So that's another thing. Uh, if you're going to buy a few multiple times a month instead of one, you will have less waste because you will buy what you need. You will go into the store and think, what do I fancy for the next 2 days or 3 days? Oh, I think I'm going to buy chicken. And next week you're going, oh, to this week we're going to eat ground beef or something. And that way, instead of buying it in big packages, you think, oh, let's not go this to waste. We'll go eat 2 weeks in a row ground beef or something. That's not really that handy. So the choice, you will have more choice if you go multiple times a month instead of one, because at the moment you will think, what do I need now? But what about 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Yeah, and especially if you live with a partner, children, now they also have certain preferences, or they will get sick of it, or whatever comes within. So there will be more waste than if you buy it in bulk. Uh, I would say another thing is health. So if you buy things for 1 month, you will usually buy some processed food. Yeah, processed food is not the most healthy things, and you will buy a lot of things that will expire fast if it's how do you say this, fresh food like vegetables, staple food, fresh fruits or whatever, or meat. Yeah, that will go if it's not in the freezer, of course. That will go bad very quickly. So you either will eat all fresh fruits, vegetables, and meat in the first, and also dairy, that kind of stuff, in the first part of the month, and after that you will probably do it more with processed food or even ultra processed foods, and that is less healthy. So if you're going multiple times a month to the store, you can say, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy fresh meat, fresh vegetables, fresh dairy, that kind of stuff, instead of all the things with process or stabilizers inside of them that you will can of the foods that you will can keep longer, so to say, or in smaller packages that you will actually eat full without the waste. And also, if you buy things in bulk, you will eat more because you feel guilty about letting it go to waste, and then you will eat more, and that's not good for the amount of calories you will take in instead of burning off. So that's another health thing that is part of this. Another thing I would say is discipline. If you go 1 time a month, you will think, it's like Christmas, like, oh, let's go on a spending spree because it's only 1 time a month we come to the store. Or you go multiple times a week in the store, and you will build in the discipline to not do impulsive buying, to not be persuaded by discounts and all that kind of stuff. So you will naturally train a sort of discipline in that regard, I would say. uh, all right, another thing that is very important but overlooked is social. If you go to the store, you will probably meet with some of the people who work there, cashier, a little small talk like, huh, great weather today, huh? That kind of small talk. And also you will meet people that you know, like friends, family, colleagues that also go shopping there and have a little chat. And for many people who say, yeah, but I don't have time for that. Yeah, but social connection is very important, and I think you should take time for that. If you meet someone, just have a little small talk. It's healthy for them. It's healthy for you psychologically, mental. It's very good, and if you can do that multiple times a month, so much the better. And you can also make plans that way, and yeah, it's better for you. And you also go outside instead of being locked inside of the house for most of the time with your processed food, to because you're not getting human connection enough, and you will eat bad food. So yeah, that's kind of, perhaps a lot of people don't have time for that, or they don't see time for that. But yeah, it can be nice, very good, healthy for the mental well-being. So yeah, those are, so with all that we talked about in this video, a smaller cart or basket multiple times a month is better than going to with a full cart. And for the last part, I would say it will be better for other customers. Like I said before, there's one thing I hate is one person with a cart that is fully stacked, and it will take an hour because it's all before it's all scanned. It's fun for nobody. So let's make it go quickly. All right, there will be more people, but they will be processed much faster. And another benefit, I don't know if they where you live they have these, but they are one of those self checkout cashiers that you can just, if you have this amount of items, you can go there and do it yourself, and you're out of the store quicker that way. And that worked for me very fine. That's been such a help. The only problem is now there is so much being stolen from the store that the random inspections are constantly. So yeah, that's the downside. But it's I find it better that way than getting in line with two carts that are just stacked up. So I hope this video made you think about the financial part of being a prepper. Everyday life is, you can think as a prepper, survival, do more with less, that kind of stuff, and all the benefits, side benefits that are coming together instead of just looking at more stuff, less money. So yeah, I hope I made some sense with this video, and like, subscribe, all the good stuff. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!